Just a quick one, and it will be quick. I just want to let people thank everybody for messaging me. I've had lots of messages, lots of advice, lots of links sent to me of organisations and government bodies that can deal with all what I'm going through. They'll be all sent across in the morning. I will be seeking compensation from the school for the £4.50 and my costs, which I'm allowed to do. We know how much paper there was. I showed you I folded it. It's all come the same date, same time, same children, blah, 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 to my house, all of my name. It could have been done in one envelope, one stamp. It's cost them 2 first-class stamps. It's cost them 2 A4 size envelopes, etc., etc. I'm not going to waffle on about that. I believe that was unreasonable. Advice I've been given, they agree it's unreasonable. It's not like it's 3 different individual days or anything like that. It was all on the same day, so I'll be going for my costs back. Whether they pay it doesn't matter. I don't care if they don't pay it. If you don't pay it, you don't pay it. I'll have you in court. Then I will have you for, I'm also seeking compensation, which I've been advised to seek as well, for my costs and going down and collecting it. Unreasonable. I believe it was unreasonable to do that. It's not like it was, if I'd have gone down there and it'd been one letter, one A4 size paper, which you could have done. You've seen it. They could have put all that paper in one. Why break it up into three envelopes? You make your own opinion up on that one. The gas board don't write to me and put each piece of paper in different envelopes, and they certainly don't put it in A4 size. The amount of people that's messaged me on Facebook and that and saying, fucking hell, man, this is unbelievable. Why? And the amount of people that said this as well. Don't tell me you had to go to the post office and pay, and they wouldn't let you see it until you paid. No, they've all been through it. They've all had similar things. They're all aware of this. Now, the thing is, if all these normal, everyday people, such as me and you and everybody else out there, know this, why are these people doing it when they do it on a regular basis? Has any more parents in Ashfield had the same thing? Has any more parents had the envelope sent to them? If it had been a £1.50 mistake, I'd have dealt with it and that would have been the end of it. But no, I've not been given the information I've requested. I'm going to be writing emails tomorrow requesting more requests from the school. I want to know who wrote that letter that was undated. I want my funds returned, and if they're prepared to pay it. If they're not, I'm going to seek legal advice to recoup that payment. I will go public with that. I will let people know that I'm taking them to court for that funds back. If it goes that far, I'm going to keep you all up to date with this. This is not me having a go at that school. This is me correcting wrong. This is me feeling like I'm being harassed, the alarm and distress and everything that school's causing me. It's unreasonable behaviour. You know, that's been told by more people's messaged me, and even organisations have said that's unreasonable. Anybody out there tomorrow morning gets 3 cards and goes to the post office, and your energy company, your supplier, your local council, or anybody's done that to you, right, and you've had to go into the post office and pay for 3 envelopes for the same matter, plus data protection breach, and you've had to travel down there and pay the £4.50, would you be accepted? Would you like it? Because there's not one person that's come back to me and said they would. You have to put your time out of your day and go down there and do it. It's unreasonable. It's accepted if it's one and it's a mistake been made. This is no mistake. This cannot. Everybody said the same. That's no mistake, mate. They're taking piss. Right? I do request all mine through hard copy. I don't do phone calls. I don't do emails. Anybody that emails me, you will get an email sent back, and you will be charged for me to open an email. If you send me any government, and the council and everybody's been told, even my local council and my housing office has been told the same. You send me a text message to my phone about a repair, and I email you, and you constantly emailing me, and if it can't be dealt with in one email, I will charge you for wasting my time and opening them emails. A friend of mine just got £120 compensation for a similar thing that's happened to him with an energy company trying to force his direct debits up, coming to agreement, and then he's had an argument over the phone, another hour and a half with the energy company, and the energy, he put a request in for 120 quid, and the energy gave him the money back to compensate his time. I'm asking for compensation. They're not going to pay it. We all know they're not going to pay this money. Let's come on here and say, yes, here you are. They've sent me a cheque or whatever, and I will give that cheque to Framework. I will give that money to Framework. I will give that money to Framework, to the homeless people in Ashfield. All right, I'll take that into Framework, or get someone to take it into Ashfield Framework, who I deal with, and give them that money and say, there you go, and I'll have that money. Let's just see whether they do it. Okay? Data protection. Got a solicitor now. I've contacted him and waiting for an email to come back. Let him deal with that. The breach of I will be seeking compensation for a breach in data protection on my children. I've also been advised and asked, is this school taking photos of children in that school? Where is that camera kept? Where are the images kept? Are these teachers still going home with school laptops, school information, school data? Right? And if they are, they were on lockdown. Don't forget, she sat here and gave me data under the, I went through the same thing with my child at that school, another school, got in touch with them and requested this and all this, that and other. The solicitor, and I will find that out and show you on here, the solicitor for that school, for that trust, rung me and says, we apologise, we can't apologise enough. I'll tell you what happened. We cannot apologise to you enough. We should have given you this information. It will be there on your doorstep tomorrow morning, and it was. 24 hours later, recorded delivery, everything that I wanted from that school was on this doorstep. It was there. Why are these people doing it to me? Not honouring my requests. Why are they not doing it? It's unbelievable. Now, the reason this other school turned around and says, well, the solicitor from that other school, by the way, the solicitor of that school rung me up, the legal team. Can't remember what his name was. I've got the conversation taped. I do tape every conversation on my phone. Be aware of that. You phone my number or send me emails, everything is saved. He said that when he approached my ex-partner, he asked for court documents. She took them court documents in, right? But left so many pages out. She left it, they counted the numbers on the pages and there were some of the pages missing. That's what they just told me. Whether or not that's truth, I'm assuming he's not going to lie to me, but he could not on that phone apologise to me enough. Very, very sorry, Mr. Stevenson. We breached. We shouldn't have done that. This school has never apologised to me for putting that photo on. And even the other parents have said the same. Have they apologised to you for putting that photo on? Because I've got into conversations on Messenger, on all these neighbourhood apps and everything. This is going to go everywhere. This is going to go everywhere, the whole lot. If I get arrested or anything like that, I'm going to make sure everybody knows. There's a black cloud looming over that school. I would like her to go. I would like her to go, and I would like to the trust to replace her with somebody else who don't breach, and I'd like to get rid of the leadership, give them a big shake-up, learn from their mistakes. This is a mistake. I've got the evidence. Whether they will, I don't know. But I'm sure in the near future, there's going to be more cases like mine, potentially in that school, that's going to come forward when mine goes more public. When they do, I'm going to advise them to do the same as me, to take it to the people that deal with the data protection, let them investigate it, go to the police. There's one data protection breach where there was a case running at that time. Now, I've spoken to my missus, and I've literally just got off the phone to her now. She's just finished work at 4 o'clock today. They wouldn't arrest me today because apparently the cells are full. She's had a busy day. She's had 7 in today. Well done. Well done to my missus. Seven she's dealt with today. Absolutely amazing. Well done. She's absolutely knackered. So, and even she says she cannot access any data on them people that she's dealing with without consent from them and all the rest of it and all the rigmarole that have to go through it. It's data protection. Things are data protection now because of images being... Are images leaving that school in personal laptops? Are images leaving in school laptops? Why are those images on everybody's laptop? Why those images are not protected in that school? Who's uploading these images? Are they data protection literate? There's a word for it. I don't know what it is. It's something to do with the 2018 Data Protection Act. Now, are they aware of all the data protection when they upload them? Are they checking them properly? Obviously not. They've not apologised to me. They're just doing what they want to do. Are those images kept in a safe place? Because there's faces on there who they block out with smiley faces and scribbles. Now they put scribbles over them. Some of them, I don't know why they do that. Some people, other schools tend to put nice smiley faces, but they don't. They just scribble the fuckers out. But anyway, are those photos protected? Or are those used on a public platform and then deleted off that file? I want to know. Everybody, I've said to the police last night that I openly give them all my IT, all my computers, all my phones. They can check all my registers. They're going to turn around and say, he's phoned me. I've never phoned that school. I've never wrote to that school. It's all on email. I'm going to photograph them and show you them tomorrow. I'm going to photograph tomorrow's email. I'm going to show you it. We'll see how long it takes them to reply. We'll see what the reply is. Let's see if they're going to be professional. Let's see if they're going to get a solicitor involved now. I hope they do. I want the solicitor to be involved. I want your solicitor to be involved. I think he should. I think he should be acting in a proper manner now. I think he should investigate this. I think the trust should investigate this. I don't think they should blow it over. Let's see if they do. From tomorrow, they will know that they breached that thingy, and I will put in a vote of no confidence on that email against the staff. Let's see if this trust, the Flying Eye Trust, investigate my concerns. Let's see if they investigate that unsigned, undated letter. Let's see if they investigate the other letter. Let's see if they investigate everything and see what their outcome was. Let's see what they're going to say. Let's going to see how they're going to sugarcoat this. Let's see what they're going to say in public places. Let's see what they're going to say to the Education Minister when I've emailed him. Let them see what they're going to say to your local MP when I've emailed him. My local MP. All these other people and third parties that's involved. Right? My daughter's at that school with issues. Right? She's got concerns with her mental health and everything according to what they sent me. Breaking down at school, crying because she's missing me. Has she been referred? My missus said this last night. Don't forget she worked for CANS. Don't forget she's worked for social services and in schools herself. Don't forget her sister was high up in the Education Authority. And don't forget she's well connected and has a lot to do with teachers under a lot of different trusts, including some teachers at the Flying High Trust, let me tell you. And that's going to come out in the very near future. Very near future. Let's see what this Flying High Trust people tell me when I see them again when I go out. Let me see when I go round to their houses what they sit and discuss with me. Because I've already had discussions with them and they've already had discussions with me, and some of them are not happy. And they don't want the Flying High Trust tarred with what she's doing. Because it's 30 schools under that trust. 30 schools or more that's under that trust that's going to be shamed on. Part of Flying High Trust, they were in paper for data protection and all the rest of it. Seen this, seen that. Because I'm going to go to the papers. Whether the Channel will print anything or whether the Nationals will print anything, I don't know. Maybe I should wait a bit longer to see what let's just see what they do to me. Let's see if maybe they honour my money, which I'll give to charity. Let's just see if they apologise. Let's see if they sugarcoat it. And let's take that to the newspapers as well. And so this is what's happened, and that's what they've said. Undated letters, unsigned letters, and now they've said this. Let's do that. Let's get these people on board, and let's have it open. How many more people's going to come out the woodwork? How many people in the Ashfield and all around everywhere is going to come out? People, this is a serious thing. I cannot stress this enough to you. The amount of messages that I've had from parents are going, this is absolutely disgraceful. I've been sent information that I shouldn't have been sent, and I've got proof of that now. You know, my missus' photocopy, I've sent her photos, she's done all the rest of it with it. It's a breach of data protection when you're giving it away. Come on, people. Come on. You know this is a serious thing. You've got children. Would you have liked the things that happened to me would happen to you? And if you're requesting information for your children and they're neglecting to give it you, would you have liked to have to go and get your school reports like that in 3 different envelopes and all the rest of it not waffling? Would you like images of your children put on social media? We will be looking for images of my children on social media. We will be looking, we're going to spend, when she's off, we're going to sit here with laptops and we are going to hunt for images of my children on public platforms. Not in public place. We know the laws. We've covered the laws. We know what the laws are. We will be looking for photographs that's been taken inside that school. Photos that's been taken inside that school, and they should know the rules on that. You should know the rules about schools and sports centres and things like that. You should know it. Get somebody who's gemmed upon data. Get your solicitor to deal with this. Get him to, because I've got a solicitor who's going to do it for me and seek compensation of up to £10,000 because you've breached the data protection. And when he opens that email tomorrow and gets in touch with me, I'm going to send him all the evidence I've got. If he decides to take the case, I'm having compensation out of you. Again, that will be given to charity. I'm not doing this for money. I'm not doing it for money. I'm doing it for the other people and what you're trying to do to me. You cause me alarm, distress, and everything else, and it's unacceptable. Unreasonable and unacceptable. And this is coming across as victimisation. Well, I can't remember what the word the police used to me last night. But this is a pattern that you are doing. Are you doing it to everybody else? Are they doing it to anybody else? Can anybody else in the Ashfields and anywhere else Get in touch with me if you're having a similar thing done to you. If you're a parent at a school or an absent parent or you've got parental responsibility, get in touch with me. Get in touch with me via Facebook, get in touch with me via whatever. Let me know, right? And let's just collectively go against them. These academies and people like that need to be... You have to vote in these parent governors. Are they all DBS checked and all the rest of it? Why have we not got the right to vote in these leaderships? We can put in a vote of no confidence. If you have not got... I'm putting in a vote of no confidence on my email in the morning against that teacher. And I want it looking at. And I will be sending the same email to the Flying Eye Trust with evidence of what she's done. And it's up to them to act on it. Step down before you darken the name of that school, before you darken the name of Leamington Primary, before you darken the name of the Flying Eye Academy, because of your whatever. Because this is looking like some attack on me. Oh, don't bother sending him. Send him this. Don't do this and don't. That is what people's telling me via messages. That's what people are telling me that's looking at my evidence. There's not one person that's come to me on a message and said, I'm being unreasonable about these envelopes. I'm not being this and I'm not being that, when they've seen the evidence that I've put on. And the comments I'm getting, because it's an educated place. You're teaching people to go on in further careers and educating these people to stats. Are these stats all been fraudulently set up again? I'm wondering now. I'm wondering about everything. If the teachers, do you grade them? I'm not going to waffle. Crack on with it. It's all going in hand. Let's see how long it takes them to get in touch with me. Let's see if they'll push the boundaries right the way to the limit. Let me take them to court if they don't pay me, because I will. Any money I make will be going to charity. I'll have a third party dealing with the funding. You can come and take the money off me or have it put into your bank account and give it to charity. It's not about the money. Whether it's £1, 10 grand, 50 grand or £1 million. I'm not a money grabbing twat who's going to, even though I am struggling, I will give that money to people that need that money. And I will take it back into Ashfield where it come from. And I will let Framework know why and where it's come from and what happened. And put it back on your streets. So come on, let's just see what they say. God bless everybody.